Hi, welcome again to another episode of Oh Heavens, where we're looking at some big questions about heaven, what it's like, what goes on there, how it operates, all those things that we want to know, but we don't completely know, that we get glimpses of in Scripture. Today, the question we're going to look at is simple, but yet complex, because we use some biblical words in here. So, the question is, are angels omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient like God? Now, that is a question that can throw you because for some of you, you don't know what omnipresent is. You don't know what omnipotent is. You don't know what omniscient is. And so if you don't know those words, you don't even understand the question. And so don't let that frustrate you. Don't turn off this video because if you don't learn anything else, you'll probably understand what those words mean by the time we're done answering the question. That's not a bad deal, huh? And so, once again, we think about that spiritual state where angels have a lot of limitations that God will never have. So, for example, angels can't be in more than one place at once, yet God can, because God is everywhere at once. Only God is infinite in his whereabouts. In other words, God can be in all the places he wants to be at any time he wants to be and at the same time. That would be omnipresent. Angels don't have that ability. So if there's an angel on my shoulder here and there's an angel on my shoulder here, this angel here can't be over here. He's going to be on my shoulder on this side. And there's not really an angel on my shoulder, I don't think. No, we're clear. But angels only occupy one space at one time. And so the answer to the question is angels are not omnipresent. And as powerful as angels are, they are also not omnipotent like God. They have no force of their own, and they have no power short of the power that God gives them. And so they can only use and exercise the power that God channels through them. And so that omnipotent power belongs to God. He is all powerful. He can do all things. Angels cannot. Angels are his messengers. And angels, as we look at the breakdown of angels in the hierarchy of Scripture, have some specific task. Again, a study for another time, another series maybe. But angels do what they do. And they do it very well when they do it for the glory of God. That's their job. That's their task. That's what they were created for. But they can't take the power that God himself has and do more than that. And so the answer would be they're not omnipotent. Last, angels are also limited in knowledge. Jesus talked about this. He said that even the angels didn't know the time of his second coming. He says that in Matthew 24:36. But God in heaven knows the beginning of the plan, he knows the middle of the plan, and he knows the end of the plan. And he can communicate those plans to anyone he chooses whenever he chooses, because only he is omniscient. In other words, he is all-knowing, infinite in knowledge. Angels, just like you and just like me, live our life and we follow God on a need-to-know basis. And so the answer to each of the questions, are angels omnipresent? Are they omnipotent? Are they omniscient like God? And the answer is no. Angels are powerful. Don't miss that point. Angels can do a lot, no doubt about it. And angels can do the things that God has tasked them to do. And that impacts your life and my life, as we know that there are angels that watch over us. God uses his angels to protect us. There's a spiritual warfare that's taking place in the world around us. When you pull back the veil, there's always a battle taking place. And so God's angels are hard at work, but they're not busy being God. They're simply being who they were created to be, which is good advice for all of us on this side of heaven. Be who you were created to be and trust that God will get you where you need to go when you need to be there. Oh heavens. We'll continue our journey together through the heavenlies next time.